The city of Chicago. With its proud standing skyscrapers, its stunning skyline, and its iconic and excellent architecture, it's no wonder it's considered one of the most beautiful cities in the world. However, this beauty has an ugly history. A history of crime and corruption that still seems to be going strong today. In this documentary, we'll be exploring the criminal underworld of Chicago, but due to just how much there is to this story, we'll keep it short and concise so we don't waste your time. So, without further ado, let's get right into this documentary. Now, the question we should be asking ourselves is, how did it start? To answer this, we must go back in time to the 20th century to see the rise of the Chicago Mafia, known simply as the Chicago Outfit, which was a criminal syndicate/organization that consisted of mostly Italian-American men and carried out a series of organized crimes that included bootlegging, murder, loan sharking, drug trafficking, bribery, and hijacking, just to name a few. The mobs have a long history, so today we'll only be looking at only three major points of the mob's history: the James Colosimo/Johnny Torrio era, Al Capone's reign, and the extreme tone down of the mob's power. James Colosimo was the one who started it all. In the year of 1895, Colosimo emigrated to Chicago, and at first he was shining shoes and selling newspapers, but moved into petty thievery. Fast forward a couple of years, and Colosimo is the bagman of two Chicago politicians, John Coughlin and Michael Kenna, who just so happen to be some of the most corrupt Chicago politicians in this city's history. Owning over 200 brothels, Colosimo was living large and even conspired with an Italian-American extortion scheme known as the Black Hand, which was basically a bunch of immigrants threatening residents for money. However, Colosimo's position at the top not only gave rise to future leaders Johnny Torrio and Al Capone, but it also led to his downfall and death. Johnny Torrio. Long story short, Colosimo refused to take part in the Prohibition era's money opportunities. This angered Torrio. However, due to his position as second in command of the mob, Colosimo's death gave control of the mob to Torrio. Fast forward a couple years, and he ended up in jail because an Irish rival of his named Dean O'Banion sold him a liquor brewery. Keep in mind, alcoholic beverages were illegal to make and distribute at the time, and Torrio was at the top of the liquor distribution chain. Well, sort of. And it was raided by the police. Soon after, gunmen killed the Irishman. Soon after that, he almost got gunned down to death. Soon after that, but barely survived. Soon after that, he moved to Italy and gave the mob to Al Capone. Long after that, he died of a heart attack on April 16, 1957. Al Capone. Again, long story short, after Torrio's resignation, Capone took over, allowing for the legacy of the syndicate to continue. After being responsible for the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929, plenty of murders, and his continued involvement in the Prohibition has landed him in the infamous Alcatraz prison. Soon after being released, he died of syphilis. You see, the conflict with all of this is the fact that Chicago was under the control of men who did terrible things simply for money and power. When it comes to a solution for these problems, there were many, including Al Capone's death and investigations being done in the outfit that ultimately weakened their power and loosened their influence in the city. Now, to our conclusion, Chicago has a very bloody and dark criminal past, but we can learn from these experiences in order to prevent these things from ever happening again, and allowing our city of Chicago to be a safe and legit place to work and live. I hope you all enjoyed this documentary. So now, as a quick little special, me and my partner decided we'd work on a sort of reenactment of James Colosimo's death. I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll catch you later. So your boy Mr. Torrio decided to call us in here for what exactly, Mr. Jimmy? First of all, don't call me Mr. Jimmy ever again. And second of all, yeah, this is new bootlegging business and we're gonna make bank on it if we get into this prohibition stuff, know what I'm saying? Yeah, as much as I'd love to get into the whole business of selling illegal liquor and getting money, I don't want to get traced by the cops, because if that stuff gets back to us, kaboom, kapow, we're burnt toast. And you're the stupid ass that decided to recommend that we go around selling illegal liquor. Oh, well, I guess I see your point. So you mean to tell me a bunch of bootleggers decided to leave a package at my cafe? Alright, I'll be there at around 9 p.m. Alright? Alright. Oh, that's strange. Where's my package? So, for our next reenactment, we're going to reenact the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Now, a little brief explanation on what it was. Long story short, a bunch of gangsters decided to dress up as cops and go and gun down a bunch of other gangsters, which in turn made Al Capone look like the most ruthless and cold-blooded gangster in the history of gangsters. Enjoy. Wait a minute, are you cops or what? I can't tell. No, we're not cops, we're the mafia. So, for this final and very special presentation, me and my partner thought to ourselves, what would it take for the mobs to return to their former glory, and even go higher than that? A bit of a resurgence, as you could say. Well, in what you're about to see a huge mixture of all our ideas of what the mobs could have done. Say, expand into different businesses, illegal of course, acquire more powerful equipment in order to carry out their operations, and have a bright new leader. So, I hope you guys enjoy this sort of special presentation, and I'd like to hear your thoughts about it after. So, without further ado, let's get right into this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. The mobs were once the greatest gangsters in Chicago. Now they are nothing more than just a simple memory. And as their current acting leader, I don't know where to take us. Ring-a-ling! And pick up the phone, please. Hello, my name's Jimmy. If you come here, you'll get tons of money and opportunity. I might as well go. I've been keeping my eye on you for a long time now, and I believe you deserve to run my company. Run it as you see fit. All these resources are available to you. Good luck. And looking at this analysis, looks like selling liquor and running casinos won't make as much money as it used to.